Here it is, day 4. 4 days since I've eaten. 0 calories except for those that I've taken in with coffee and that Coffee Mate vanilla creamer, French vanilla creamer, which has 60 calories per serving. So, as I mentioned before, I probably have had close to 300 calories of pure shit for the past 4 days, or for the past approximately 96 hours. Now, I don't feel like I've been fasting. I had some hunger this morning and I've been kind of tired, but it might be my sleeping habits. Got up, I usually wake up in the morning, and when I do, I can't go back to sleep. And there's usually an hour or 2 hours left on the clock before the alarm goes off, so that's a couple of hours almost that I could be sleeping that I don't get. So it's normal for me to get about 4 to 5 hours of sleep every night. So I'm kind of tired, a little bit lethargic, but then again, they said that is one of the symptoms of going into ketosis, which I don't believe I'm in yet, because I don't have a funny taste in my mouth. Although I'm not very hungry. I was hungrier. There were a couple of times that I felt pretty hungry. Anyway, I've read some stuff about bread, wheat, stuff I didn't know. I knew that wheat was highly refined and they take all the nutrients out and put it back in and call it enriched. But these nutrients are basically fake. But I didn't know that even if you get the whole grain wheat that hasn't been processed as much as the other stuff, that even that is bad. Because it turns out it goes back to hybridization. Back in the, 40s or before, they hybridized wheat with other strains of wheat and basically made this wheat. So it produces a lot of it. It's easy to produce a lot of it, but it's not healthy at all. I'm going to have to read this book called Wheat Belly. You might want to check into that. But I'm cutting wheat out of my diet completely, along with sugar. Well, maybe I'll have some every now and then, but mostly I'm going to try to avoid it. And the sad thing is that means no more pizza. Even whole wheat. And where can you get good wheat that is not hybridized? Basically nowhere. Most of the wheat grown in this country is shipped to Europe. Seeds produced here are shipped to Europe and other countries. So you can't get good wheat in Europe. You can't get good wheat anywhere. You can get wheat that's slightly better, but think of it this way. It's like smoking a Marlboro Light compared to a Marlboro. Yeah, it's better, but it's still bad for you. But this is just an opinion. I'm going to read up on this, and again, even once I read on it and get the information from these books or whatever, it's still just an opinion for now. Although there might be some good science backing the information in the books. You got to take everything with a grain of salt. You got to be skeptical about everything. Everything. Don't believe everything you see. If you're one of those people on Facebook who are always reposting shit like put your PIN number in backwards to call the police, you're a fucking idiot. Alright? You got to research shit. Don't take anything that you see at face value. Even on the news, the headlines especially. You read the headlines, you think, oh geez, but then when you read the story, you think, why did they have this headline? It's totally inaccurate from what's in the story. But I'm not getting into that. Anyway, day 4. Here I am. Don't feel like I've been fasting. Don't feel hungry right now. I haven't been drinking a lot either. And I might be dehydrated. Maybe that's why I'm not feeling so great. But I feel, other than that, I feel basically normal. So anyway, tomorrow at work, they asked me what I'm bringing in. They're having a potluck, having some kind of dinner because, you know, we're all going to be working next week or the following couple weeks for Thanksgiving. And we're going to have a little Thanksgiving dinner or feast tomorrow. People are bringing in ham and smashed potatoes and all kinds of shit. So I'm going to make something up and bring it in tomorrow. Unfortunately, I'm bringing in homemade bread made with whole wheat flour. And just when I said that bread's a bad thing, I'm making bread. But that's because I promised him I would bring in some bread before I realized the bad stuff about bread or wheat. I'm not going to eat. I'm going to have all this food around me tomorrow and I'm not going to eat any of it. At least I don't plan on it. If I do eat anything, it might be some ham. I think somebody's bringing that chicken. I don't know. All right, that's enough for today's update. Until tomorrow. Do завтра.